A very good morning and a warm welcome here at CTV Sports. Great to have you with us here on another beautiful Sunday morning. Match game number 4 for the Halo Polo Trophy 6-goal here at Santa Rita Polo Farm. We're playing on the Aspen Field. The two teams are just lining up for what promises to be another very exciting 6-goal match. Great to have you with us here on this Sunday morning. We're just getting the final verification on the players, how they will be lining up today. We've got Santa Rita out there coming into this fourth game already with a win in hand. They took care of Rita Polo in their first game, beating them 5-3. And then, of course, up against Santa Rita, we have the Polo School looking for their first win. They had to concede to Brookfield Farm Polo with a score of 1-3. And I believe, Dale, you now have the final lineups of the players.
Looks like we got them lined up out there, and then in the blue jerseys will be the Polo School today. And as you said, we have a little bit of change. Haley Schauffeld filling in for Merit of Love Grove, two very good friends. And so they're going to go ahead and put her. She is big. She actually started in the Polo School. So that's a great person to have on the field, and she's an amazing rider. And they're going to line her up at the number 2 position. Actually, she'll wear the number 2. And then the number 1 is going to be Joseph Schwartz. They switched it around. So Joseph Schwartz will wear the number 1. His mother, Tracy Schwartz. Number 2 will be Haley Schauffeld. Number 3 will be Tato Santos Bellini. And they moved that around. Now they're going to put Juan at 3. So Juan Bellini will play the 3. And Santos will wear the number 4. They like to do that to us sometimes here in the studios. And but what is this shot right here by Juan Bellini, as he is going to go ahead and take one from about 100 yards out. And look at this play right here by the number 3 in the pink helmet, Juan Bellini Sr., former ACO player. What a beautiful drive. That is, wow. And almost a save there by the Santa Rita team in the white jerseys. And remember, they're going to go with Artemio Figueres playing the number 1. Franz Panacci wearing the number 2 right there in the white helmet. And Antonio Aguirre will wear the number 3. And Matias McDonough will wear the number 4. This could be a great matchup.
Absolutely, and what an amazing first goal we just saw there a few moments ago from Juan Bellini. Like I said, their opening match, they had to concede to Brookfield Farm Polo. So you can see, or you can feel, I should say as well, very much here that the Polo School want to make an early impact here in this of the first of our 4 chukkers. And what a cracking way to start here with that super goal by Bellini Sr. Just there on the ball, we saw that Santos was trying to follow suit. And of course, keep a very close eye on this young man as he turns that pony on the halfway line. That, of course, with the number 2, Francisca. They call him Fran Spinacci. And coming in for Pablo this morning, we have Matias McDonough playing the number 4 position and also with a 4-goal handicap. Quick steal here once again. Juan Bellini coming in for the challenge. Comes out on top, winning that little duel against Matias McDonough. As I say, they really want to make a mark here very early on in this first chukker. Like I said, down with 0-1 coming into this game. Santa Rita, as I mentioned earlier, taking care of business when they beat Rita Polo in the first game, their first game, and also the first game of this Halo Polo Trophy 2023. Into the corner then, and a nice shot from Matias McDonough along the boards, and straight away Juan Bellini coming in, wants to get possession back. Well, he's got to give him a little bit of space there on the boards. Where's he going to go? And the umpire, of course, we haven't mentioned him at all yet, Mr. Esteban Ferrari, one of our WPL umpires, of course, out on the field this morning alongside our one and only IRO instant replay official, the wonderful Mr. Steve Lane, out there at the Aspen Field at Santa Rita. 3.5 minutes, just under 3.5 minutes played in the first chukker, and still that 1-goal advantage for the Polo School, scored by Juan Bellini.
Yeah, 2 6-goal team going at it, and this is, well, you're going to have some elder statesmen playing against a very young Santa Rita team, and here's one of them right here, Franz Panacci. Matias has done a fabulous job coaching this team, but we have seen Fran Artemio and Antonio come together as three young Polo stars, Jan, and it's going to be fun to watch them play against the two Bellini boys, because you have Juan Bellini out there. He's the elder statesman. He's playing with his son, Tato Santos. They get on very well together, and we know Joseph Schwartz has done a great job in the front. Haley's first game back in competitive polo, but she's a rider, she's a jumper, she does all kinds of dressage. She'll be ready to go.
Well, you just picked a name there. Joseph Schwartz, of course, at the Aventania Memorial last week, winning the MVP award. Played an absolutely fantastic game. So he's coming on leaps and bounds, that young player, Joseph Schwartz, and great to see him now also play here with the Polo School. He's the young man with the very, very long hair. Not easy to miss that one. Now then, let's see what Matthias McDonough can do. Nice long drive up to the front door. Looking there for Artemio Figueres. In comes the cut shot. Nicely done on the approach. Didn't quite get enough power on that shot. And that will just go slightly over the back line.
So very clean first chucker here is both teams. And here you go. You see the Bellinis. They're gonna get into it all day. They're gonna go back and forth. Juan is a true captain. And he's going to try to get as much out of his team as possible as we go in for the courtesy change. He'll be using his son, Santos, right here in the camo helmet to the left, and using Joseph. They'll put Haley in the front, try to pull the team, and she does a great job when she gets out in front. She's a very strong rider, so it's going to be very important to see the rotation between Joseph, Santos, and Juan.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a big key here. We know how quick the Santa Rita team can be with Artemio, Fran, and Antonio. And Matthias will use them the same way. He's going to get them out in front, give them the ball. He's going to try to pick up loose balls. And like I said, Matthias McDonough has done a great job captaining a very young, strong young team.
So players making their way back out onto the field. Just a little under 2 minutes left to play, and what a very, very fast opening chukker we've had here. As I say, this is game number 4. Play, of course, will resume with a knock-in, that ball going out of bounds at the just before they blew for the courtesy change. So once again, a very good morning on this double-header Sunday at Grand Champions Polo Club. We're starting the action with this Halo Polo Trophy 6-Skull 2023. And then, of course, this afternoon, Dale, we are very excited. There's a real buzz here at the CTV Sports Studio about our first final of the WPL, which, of course, will be taking place later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you got it. We'll talk more about that as the game goes on. We are going to do stats for you today, but they will come at the end of the game based on 4 chukkers. Back to the action, picked up and controlled here by Matthias, and we will get a whistle. And that'll stop the clock on a right-of-way violation. We'll get a good look at this one here as they come back. Ball going across the field right there. Artemio, now Matthias, override. You see how that line was going across the field? And it pops right there, it changes direction. And there you go, the same, we talked a lot about it yesterday, the quick line change. And what is the quick line change? Well, it's as far as the line, the umpire can see the line change. It could be just an inch. But here it bounces off of one of the 4-legged athletes, one of the horses, goes on an angle, and Juan Bellini picks up that 45-degree angle. Nobody going forward on this play. Nobody to pass to, and this is where Juan will work this out, because this is where he's going to want to start putting Haley a little bit further, maybe in the front, because on this play, he would have moved to a 60-yard shot, and he would have had a goal shot penalty, but instead he's going to have the 5B, and look at this. They're going to switch it up. Matthias McDonough is coming for the number 4 to cover the number 4. Joseph Schwartz with a nice ball. That ball's got eyes. It rolls into 30. Oh, with a deep neck shot. And that was quick. Well hit.
Well, I did mention earlier, this is exactly what I was talking about. Not for no reason did that young player, Joseph Schwartz, win that MVP award. Oozing with confidence. And, yeah, very, very passionate player. So I'm sure we're going to see a lot of great polo coming from that young man. Here we go then. Ball just went wide, as you said, Dale. Knock in coming from the number 4, Matthias McDonough. Looking up to the front, I think he found Spinacci. Spinacci immediately has a man on. That'll, of course, be Bellini Jr. coming in there for the challenge. Well, and again, Juan Bellini appealing to the umpire, saying surely that would have been or should have been my line. And we do indeed have a whistle on that play with now 29 seconds left to play here in the first chukker.
So as they come around here, this ball's going to spin around. Keep an eye on Tato Santos. He turned it inside here. There's a quick line change. There's the hook and the ride-off, but Antonio reaches back there. And Juan Bellini is going to fall into the rumble seat and be the second man. So we're going to get reaching, fouling the second man. And now that ball was at the center of the field. So they will march this one down to the 60-yard line. And Bellini's going to get an opportunity at his first goal shot penalty of the day. Remember, his first shot at goal today was from about 120 yards.
Incredible.
Incredible. Good save. Fran was almost there to save that one. But a perfect hit by Bellini. And so that should put him in a groove here for the 60-yard shot. Let's see if Juan can get it going early, as it'll be a big part of this game, especially, remember, 6 goal with the 4 chukkers. All the penalties are big.
Good defending here. Well, nicely done. And straight away picked up by Matthias McDonough. He'll send it back. But I think the first touch on that was Artemio Figueres. He got the very first touch. So things opening up nicely now for Santa Rita. As they get that over the halfway line, good control, and you can see Spinacci ready to shoot up the field. Bellini not able to get a nice piece of that little backhand. In comes Schwartz. There's the backhand shot, looking for Bellini Senior. Too far away. And another whistle on the play.
Well, that'll end your chukker right there, yeah. So that'll be the end of our first chukker play. So 1-0, only Juan Bellini scoring from 120. So we'll send them off, and we'll be right back here for the 2023 Halo Polo Trophy on CTV Sports.
There's something about when you get up early, prep the plane, and you take off, and you get that first light of day, and the air is crystal smooth. You can see forever. You have to have the right aircraft for the right flight with the right crew up front. Only NetJets can do this. The flight dissolves into the background. It should just be the here and now.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. It looks like we got Estevan Ferrari on the field and ready to go. Steve Lane is our third man. And they'll put this one back into play. Well, yeah, first chukker action. Very clean first chukker. 2 6-goal teams. Only 1 goal by Juan Bellini. And so nothing really to pick out here. This is very smooth open polo. Both teams looking for a crease or a seam to get a goal. That's it. That's all it's been. It's been a great game.
It has indeed, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe 2, max 3 whistles, so also very, very low on the fouls. We saw 1 or 2 little right-of-way infringements there, but nothing really, anything of major importance to write home about. That cracking goal that we saw right in the opening sequence of that first chukker, scored by this man with the number 3 on his shirt, of course, Juan Bellini. Getting very passionate, of course, as you said, Dale, captaining his team and wanting to get the best out of all of his players. Let's just run through who they are. Santos Bellini coming in at number 4, playing off 2 goals. Then we have Heidi Schalfeld at number 2, playing off -1. Joseph Schwartz, very much looking forward to seeing how he progresses throughout this game, playing at the number 1 position. And, of course, Juan Bellini, as I said, playing at number 3. For Santa Rita, then, coming in today, we have Artemio Figueres at number 1, Franz Finacci at number 2, Antonio Aguirre at number 3, and Matthias McDonough coming in for Pablo Spinacci on this, the 4th game of the Halo Polo Trophy 6-goal 2023. And as you said, Adele, just that 1 score so far in that first chukker.
Yeah, they come together and they're trying to get out. We've seen a couple mix kind of scrums, you could call them, where players come together. And this white set that he's very fast, and Matthias brings that one out and shot on goal here. But this is going to be about the 3rd or 4th knock-in for Bellini. So they've been shooting at the goal, Santa Rita in white.
They have indeed. And, of course, Bellini, an all-rounder, as you said, Dale, former 8-goal player. Now he sends it out to Joseph Schwartz. There he is, the young man who won the MVP. Just biding his time, just playing a very clever game here. Exceptionally very talented also as a rider. Now on the move now then. Schwartz slightly overcooked that one. It's sent back, picked out of midair. Great pick up there by the number 3 by Aguirre. Leaves that one behind for McDonough. Sends that ball back to where it came from now. 3 white shirts there from Santa Rita. He had Pablo, beg your pardon, he had Franz Spinacci on the move. But now with the number 1, Artemio Figueres, and he'll make easy pickings of that one. Cracking little goal here by Artemio Figueres.
Yeah, this is what I was looking for. Let's start it with the beautiful play by Antonio Aguirre out of the air. But he leaves it for Matthias. It goes forward, and then you get the 3-man attack. And once he finds one of these players, these young players are so good with the ball. Watch Artemio. He keeps it out of the reach of Santos Bellini. And then he's got Fran in the rumble seat there. All 3 players mounted up very well to pull the team. And that'll get the equalizer.
Cracking goal, great composure. And we've been talking about this, well, since this tournament started, Dale, especially since last Monday's Avendaño Memorial, where we saw 20 teams. We had 80 youngsters of all levels, of all groups, coming down to Santa Rita to play this great PTF day. And some of that talent that is coming up through the ranks, of course, cultivated and made, you can say, here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Absolutely phenomenal. 2:52 on the clock, and we will have our courtesy change. And as Dale was just saying, if you've just joined us, it is 1 goal apiece here in the second chukker.
6 goals of 26 goals. That's what we cover here at CTV Sports. Let's chat a little bit. We're going to break the first half down of the Halo 6 goal for you here, but let's chat a little bit about this afternoon. You got Casablanca going up against Richard Mille. I talked about it yesterday. We have the 2 ambassadors. Grant Ganzi, the ambassador for Casablanca. Pablo McDonough, the ambassador for Richard Mille. Couldn't set a better storyline for that. I mean, these guys are just ready to go. Both these teams line up so well, Jan.
They do indeed. You just said it there, Dale. 2 10-goal players, of course. Let's just quickly run you through who is going to be playing this afternoon, and make sure you tune in on CTV Sports. All the action starts at Grand Champions Polo Club this afternoon, field number 2. So for Casablanca, Grant Ganzi coming in at number 1, playing off 3 goals. Then Tamacho Pierres, 6-goaler. Then Barto Castagnola, 10 goals. And, of course, the powerhouse that is Jesse Bray coming in at number 4 of 7 goals. For Richard Mille, led by the Brazilian Gilberto Sayao, coming in off 0 goals. And he's been great to watch throughout this tournament. Absolutely fantastic. He, of course, making his debut here at the WPL and at Grand Champions. Gonzalito Pierres, Pablo McDonough, the second 10-goaler this afternoon, and of course Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
You got the secret sauce. Now, I want to mention here, if you saw right there, there was a gentleman out on the field in a pair of black pants and with the silver hair, as they call it, the beautiful gray hair, like your lion's mane you have there, Jan. But that was Aguirre. So Mariano and Pablo Spinacci are actually coaching the Santa Rita team, and those are two very strong coaches. So keep an eye on this white team as they have Mariano Aguirre down in the corner down there, and he's the type of coach she'll be sending them info from the sideline. They gathered together very quick there, and I'm sure we'll see him again. Mariano being one of the biggest strategists out of all the 10 goalers I've ever talked to.
Right. Well, to have that, of course, as your coach in your lineup, of course, can only be a benefit. Here we go then, back to the action, and Matthias McDonald with a nice long ball, but it's going to be met by Bellini. Bellini Jr. leaves that one behind for Antonio Aguirre. Just a little bit of a confusion there. Bellini trying to get into his face there, and yeah, just venting a little bit of frustration there. So let's see how the umpire, the mounted official, Esteban Ferrari, will react to that.
Now you are going to get technical. That was the hand in the air. And now he'll push him. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one again and get a replay on this just to see what happened here. They spin around and see if they play. Yeah, they'll play this one live. Let's go through this one. They come through here. They turn around. Matthias turns it around once and leaves it. Or they leave it for Matthias. Then it goes underneath the horse. Then Bellini horse kicks it. Then Matthias turned on to the old line right there. Well, and then they have an issue there. One got a little upset, and then you had the technical foul. So with the technical, we did have a penalty, and that ball would have been at the center of the field based on the blocking. And so then they brought the ball from the center to the 60 on the tee. So on the technical, the umpires have the ability to move the ball from center field all the way down to a penalty two, Yan. And if they want to, they can move it directly to a penalty two based on the technical. And in this case, just going to move it one spot. And on the penalty 4, 60-yard shot, it'll be Matthias.
Yeah, did not really get underneath or around that properly. You could see not perfectly lined up, tried to make the best of a bad situation there. So I'm sure Senor Bellini will be happy that they did not concede a goal. Still 1 goal apiece, and about 1 minute and 24 seconds left to play here in the first half. We will, of course, be breaking down that first half for you before we go into the halftime interval. Now then, Santos Bellini not able to pick that one up. Turned around very quickly by Aguirre. Once again, second chance here for Bellini Jr. But very good marking up here by the team in white. Spinacci, Figueres, Aguirre, and of course, Matthias McDonough.
And you know the whistle, yeah, and they'll stop the clock just with just under a minute left here. Santos works this one down the boards, and you watch the player come from left to right there.
Oh, yes, there, right there, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? In this play, and Artemio will learn from this. Artemio just needs to go quicker to that line. If he comes left to right and establishes himself, because there was enough distance, but he goes late, and then that gives the window closes. So if he goes to the right of way earlier, then Santos has got to go near side. And he'll watch this, and he'll go back. And that was only because I think he got kind of caught in there. Do I have enough time? Do I not have enough time? And so an open goal here to end the first half for Bellini. Well, they're going to go to center. Bellini.
Yeah. Second one there, penalty 3, no mistake. So he'll be happy with that. Bellini now with 2 out of 2. That first cracking goal in that first chucker, and now here a nice conversion of a penalty 3. And as you said, Dale, that will put them into the lead going into the halftime break. They might just get enough time to have another throw in here as the clock ticks down. Well, maybe not. So just running out of time. So Bellini should have a smile on his face as the team in blue, the Polo School, will go into the halftime break. So here we go then, Dale. Let's have a little talk about that first half.
I got to tell you, it's a breaking it down. Well, Juan, he picked up the first one from a beautiful shot. Actually, it looks like he was feeding that up to Haley, but the ball rolled in. So that's a great way to start. And then they come in and they go back and forth, just kind of playing melee polo around you. And then you see the Santa Rita team start to line out. Now remember, Mariano Aguirre on the sideline. Former 10-goal player. This guy, he is a strategist of the game. He's won so many tournaments, playing for the Whitebird team with Peter Brandt, Argentine Open winner. I mean, this guy's done it all. His son, Antonio Aguirre, is mounted very well and plays the number 3 position. So he'll coach these young guys very well. But then Bellini in the second, Jan gets the tee, and he's the type of player where he gets a technical, and he come back focused.
Yeah.
Come back very focused. So you saw that. His son and him brought it back down. They get another penalty shot, and they end the first half with an extra goal to get that 1-goal lead. So a very clean, open-style game right here in the first half. I
agree with you, but I also think that Santa Rita, a lot of talent there. Fran Spinacci, of course, Artemio Figueres, who scored that goal in that second chucker. They didn't score in the first. I think there's still a lot more power to come, and I think we'll see that in the second half.
Yeah, I think what happened now, you're going to get Mariano Aguirre, and you're going to get Paulo Spinacci. You're going to grab all the young guys, put them together. They'll go to the tents, and we'll see what they come back with their game plan for the second half. Stay with us here for our 2023 Halo Polo Trophy on CTV Sports.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose, we will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, I mean, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, I mean, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited.
Welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz with Jan Edik Frank. Jan, nice to see you this morning on our doubleheader day.
Looking very much forward to it. Once again, thank you for having me. I've got to say, Dale, being here at the CTV Sports studio really is an experience. Absolutely phenomenal. The team are great. The information that we get given, of course, the views that we get from our different points of view, the drone, the center camp, absolutely second to none. So thank you once again for having me, Dale.
No, very strong family here in the CTV studios. And if you get an opportunity, make sure you get in touch with our executive producer, Mike Ferreira. And remember, it is a private studio just to make sure, because we are very busy here. But if you want to get a tour and see what goes on here, see where all the energy comes from, and they do a phenomenal job. So it's been fun. We work well with them from a distance a lot. But this afternoon, we're actually going to be at the field. So we will be at the number 2 field at the Grand Champions Polo Club.
So basically on location.
On location. Good call. Good choice of words there, Jan. And so we will be on location. And there's so much going on today at the stadium. And but this is where the heart is. It all goes through the studio first. And we'll have Steve Lane will be in the studio as our instant replay official, our IRO/third man, as we're working the opposite, as he's at the field right now being the third man. And you and I have the ability to work with the CTV crew here and have all the replays and all the technology to help call a high percentage game. On the second half action, well, here you go. You want to go through the players one more time? I think we might have some viewers tuning in a little late, but for Chucker Polo.
I would be delighted to. Thank you very much. Santa Rita, that is the team in the white shirts today. Number 1, Artemio Figueres. the only player so far on that team to have scored. And what a cracking goal that was in chucker number 2. Then the very talented young man by the name of Francisco, they call him Fran Spinacci, with the number 2. At number 3, we have Antonio Aguirre, and at number 4, Matthias McDonough, who I believe, Del, correct me if I'm wrong, has just scored the equalizer here for Santa Rita. And we'll look at the replay footage again as he comes round. Yeah, just a little flick of the wrist there. So goal number 1 and the equalizer for Matthias McDonough. So that's how they line up for Santa Rita. The team in blue, the Polo School, today led by Joseph Schwartz, playing at number 1. At number 2, Heidi Schaufeld. At number 3 and 4, the 2 Bellinis. Juan Bellini, the elder of the 2, playing of 3 goals at number 3, and Santos Bellini, the 2-goal player, playing at number 4. Third chucker action, here we go then, and it is Senor Bellini Senior, who, well, you can see there, gets his pocket picked by the number 3, by Aguirre. Very, very cheeky play to the dismay of Bellini, but there's nothing he could do about that. Everything was correct and by the rules. Now then, can Santos Bellini turn things around a little bit? In comes Joseph Schwartz. Haven't really seen as much of him as I would have liked, but every time he has been at the ball or to the ball, everything he's done has been very sound and very solid.
Yeah, no, but there's still, they're kind of missing those guys in the middle. It's been big balls from Bellini and Matthias up to the number 1s, and then you got Meredith, of course, and Santos in the middle, Joseph, and Fran and Antonio. So been a little bit of a different game there. But you have some big hitters with Bellini. Bellini's going to come in on the knock-in here on the Gray Pony. 1.
Just deciding where to play it to. First man he's going to have to get past will be his counterpart with the number 4, Matthias McDonough. That comes that long ball. Schwartz making a move for it or a break for it, but yeah, just a bit too steep. Couldn't pick that one up. Maybe a chance now for McDonough to turn things around. Nice stick control. Schwartz going back in defense. You can see him just waiting, biding his time. Now they put on the accelerator. Spinacci, nice little lofted shot. Great play here. Spinacci will try and keep that one in play. And, oh, well, he's actually going to put that one through himself. So plenty of space there. Nicely done. And it's nice to see when Fran Spinacci gets on the score sheet.
Fran, yeah, they're going to go and ride for one here on the turn. It looked like there was some space on that play. I know Juan came in there looking for it, but then that lined out the Santa Rita team on the non-call, and Fran Spinacci now with the rotation, and we haven't seen this attack because look at number 4 is in the lead there, Matthias, and now he's got all the young bucks in behind him, and that's a great goal to change it up a little bit. Now you have people, you have Artemio, Fran, and Matthias on the scoreboard.
Yeah, good team play here. Picked up now by Joseph Schwartz. There was 2 having a little bit of a discussion. Schwartz decided, well, you know what, if you don't want it, I'll come and take it. He's on the move, coming straight at the camera here. Near side backhand, the hammer from McDonough. Good stick control again, Schwartz. Yeah, see, this is what I like about him. He gets involved, Dale, and wants to play his game. Bellini now. He'll be looking up for Bellini Jr. Slight deflection coming off the number 3 there of Aguirre. 2.5 minutes left to play on the clock here in the penultimate chucker. Bellini not able to control that, and once again, in comes McDonough. Very composed, very calm. Bellini will challenge him. Yeah, got caught wrong-footed there. Spinacci going up now for the pass. Here we go. Fran Spinacci on the move, waiting for that perfect pass to come. Well, again, a bit too far out. McDonough, another little chip shot. Still McDonough. Well, he might even decide to run this one in himself, taking the scenic route round the outside. Yeah, the little finishing touch there under the neck. Just unlucky as that ball just trickles over the back, over or to the side of the goalpost.
Now, good work here by Artemio, Fran, and Antonio picking up their players to push them wide. And as you said, Jan, on our angle from the center cam, you could see that Matthias was just taking the ball down the field. No one was going to him. There was nobody to catch him. And so that they're going to dodge a bullet here, the Polo School, because that looked like an easy run. Here's a good shot of Artemio Figueres doing look at how shiny that horse is.
Yeah.
Is that amazing? That is just beauty.
A polished horse, Dale.
Unbelievable. Beautiful looking four-legged athlete right here. Artemio Figueres is getting on his bay pony. Father Nacho playing also. Mom always played. All played. Sisters played. I was with Alba, his younger sister. She played in the juniors. The girls played the other night out at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. Polo school is in effect, so if you want to learn how to play the game of polo, please join us at the Polo School. Director of Operations Juan Bellini on the field this afternoon, playing in the pink helmet. Cal Newman also, you can go to gcpolo.com, and you can get both of their phone numbers. They will set you up based on your level of play, and we take care of all levels of play. There's a good shot of Haley Schaufeld, who's one of our Sunset Cocktails and Chuckers players.
Yep, which of course we're looking forward to. That'll be starting very soon here at Grand Champions Polo Club. Well, I got to tell you, Dale, Grand Champions Polo Club, it really is a one-stop shop. Everything from polo on demand to the polo school, and then everything from 6 to 26 goals. So if you indeed want to pick up the Sport of Kings, this is the place to do it. The biggest polo club in the country, Grand Champions Polo Club. And look at that amazing looking field here at Santa Rita. We are, of course, today playing on the Aspen field. 1 minute and 36 seconds left to play. A bit of a late courtesy change there in this third chukker. Juan Bellini will get things underway.
Bellini looking for players downfield here. You see how they're picking them up? Yan, very well covered. Everyone, there's always a white jersey right on top of a blue player.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. They are playing very well together. Schwartz now, will you get a chance for a run? Again, a nice little bump and a ride off there. He did enough by the number 1. Artemio Figueres allowing McDonough to pick up that ball. Drill a nice long ball back down the field. Now then, can he finish it with the number 3 for Santa Rita? Antonio Aguirre. In comes McDonough with a cut shot. Oh, cracking goal here by Matthias McDonough.
They get the breakaway play here, and a dicey play up in the center there on the turn. It'll be interesting to see that one again. Actually, they look like Sato was lined out there. They got around the corner, and then that put the blue at bay. They had to kind of chase from that point on. And that gives Matthias the opportunity at the shot on goal here. Remember, you're allowed to turn the ball on the polo field. It's all based on how close the player is coming there. I guess the mounted official on that one did not think it was a foul on the turn. And the angle that I had from here just looked like that Tato was in line and had the opportunity there, but that caught them flat-footed. It does happen in the polo game, and that's where they get the breakaway play. So
that brings us to the end of chukker number 3. And, well, let's have a look at that last chukker, Dale. 3 unanswered goals. So Santa Rita really stepping up the pace here. Fran Spinacci hitting the target twice, and Matthias McDonough, once, and Matthias McDonough hitting the target twice. So very strong chukker here for Santa Rita. Make sure you join us in just a few moments when we come back for the 4th and final chukker between Santa Rita and the Polo School here on CTV Sports.
Today's high temperature is 8 degrees above normal.
Experts are warning that if the current...
Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway.
I am Nick Weaver. I am the co-founder and COO of Blue Delta Jean Co. I've probably measured over 30,000 butts, 7 feet tall and 7 feet wide. Doesn't matter. It is fun making people happy. When you make a garment that fits, that's one thing. When you make a garment fit and look good, that's another thing. And we are very good at the latter. We have grown our company by taking care of people. We have grown by making jeans that fit. There are some things that will never change. Where it's made, how it's made, and who's making them. Every jean is one of one. But now we can get you measured from anywhere in the world. We have rolled out a virtual tailor system, blown away with the technology. It's unbelievable how accurate it is. It's a quick, easy, touchless way so we can get the measurements to make you a pair of damn good jeans.
Okay, welcome back to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwedge and Frank in our 4-chucker game. We're in our 4-chucker of 10 today.
Yep.
10 chuckers. Very, very excited about our final. Remember, join us today at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend. Tell one friend, 2 friends, 3 friends.
Tell all your friends.
I need to send out notes. But tell everybody we do have the finals of the World Polo League All-Star Challenge today. It was a single elimination tournament, so it's been a lot of fun to watch those games. But it's all about right now, Yan. We got 2 goal difference here, and definitely the second half has been controlled by Santa Rita in the white.
Without a doubt. 3-0 is how they left that last chucker. So with a deficit now of 2 goals, Senor Juan Bellini will be, mobilizing his troops deep into the half of Santa Rita to make up that deficit of 2 goals. And then, with plenty of time on the clock, their objective will, of course, be to just get a cheeky winning goal. But like I said, Santa Rita standing very well. Their positioning play has been absolutely superb. All 4 of them, Fran Spinacci, Artemio Figueres, Antonio Aguirre, and, of course, the man, the instrumental player there in that team, feeding the balls, Matthias McDonough, having scored twice in that last chucker. So here we go then, 5.5 minutes on the clock, and once again, Santa Rita have possession over on the far side, intercepted now by Joseph Schwartz. He's got Bellini, who's, told Schwartz to leave that one behind. Bellini again, and we know what powerful shots he can unload. That very first goal of this game was an absolutely incredible goal coming in from Bellini. And here again, a whistle will stop the action with 5:10 on the clock.
So they need an early break here, and this is going to be an early break as the ball is going to flip around. Right there, see on that angle how it's going like at 45 degrees? The player's coming around in front. Now, if Antonio or Artemio was there to get across that line early enough, then it's okay there. And that's a new rule because you got to be 100% on the line, but Juan Bellini 100% on that line. Yeah. Even though it was at a 45-degree angle, you got to get over there to that 45-degree. Back in the day, I mean, many years ago, a player could hit the ball on an open back shot or to the side, and a player could ride up to the line 90 degrees and put his mallet in the air.
Yeah.
And a player could not cross over. Well, now the player's allowed to cross over because the player meeting the ball must be 100% on the right-of-way. Yeah. Juan Bellini knows that. Jumps on the right-of-way, makes it easier for the umpire, the official, to make that call. And now an opportunity to get his team within 1 goal here early in this 4-chucker. Wow, he's hitting the ball. Good. Wow. Good on the penalties today.
Yeah, you don't want to be behind one of those. So another cracking goal here by Signor Bellini, making it, 3 now, getting his hat-trick. And as you said, Dale, bringing them within 1 goal, 4 goals to 3. Santa Rita just holding on to the smallest of leads. But as you said, plenty of time, or you like to say mucho tiempo, plenty of time left here for the equalizer. And let's see now how Santa Rita will react. Joseph Schwartz, will he be the man to get the equalizer? Schwartz, good second touch from him. Can he finish it? He's got Spinacci in front. Yeah, let's hope Spinacci does not get done well. I think he might get a whistle on that play, just coming ever so slightly in front of Joseph Schwartz. So he will have done everything he was set out to do. Let's have another look at it here on the big screen. Schwartz, yeah, you can see it there, just coming slightly across his right-of-way.
Yeah, good composure by Joseph. Again, a very young player, but just to be able to calm himself there, slow down. Fran comes from right to left, too far in front. You can see that, pretty obvious on the blocking foul. And now an open goal penalty, 2 for the equalizer.
Wow.
Ooh, after he was just hitting. And you know what? Every other ball was hit to the right.
Yes, yes. Well spotted. Well spotted.
I mean, it'd be your left at the field, but our right on the screen here, and at the studios. But ooh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be mentally kicking himself there. That should have been the equalizer. And I'd like to pick up on what you just said here. Great composure by Joseph Schwartz. He's on the ball again, trying to avoid trying to get a hook here on McDonough. McDonough has to slam on the brakes. Joseph in hot pursuit. Now he's got to make sure that they'll be careful he doesn't commit the same foul that was just committed against him. Bellini, they've all come back now, but still Santa Rita have possession, and it'll be. Well, I thought because it looked like Spinacci coming around the outside, looking to pick up that loose ball. Here comes the near side backhand shot attempt. A lot of players converging on that ball. Bellini just hovering. McDonough tries to take it out. Well, a little chip shot. And another whistle on the play with 3:22, Dale, left to play.
So they'll at least stop the clock. You might get your courtesy change here. Let's see if we get a change of line. There's a quick line change across the field, under the neck, now back to the right side, and that's where he loses control there. And then the player following the ball picks up the lesser angle there. So just staying in the rumble seat, Sato Bellini, well done. That'll give them possession.
And a courtesy change now.
Yeah, and a courtesy change. So that's what's a big part of this. And most of the time at the end, and if you notice, when you get on your final horse for the final courtesy change, there's a possession or a bowl-in. If you have a bowl-in or a possession. So these possessions at the end that we've seen in the games are big because they're coming out on fresh legs and opportunity now. And they're going to be, I don't know if they'll move that ball. We'll see. There's Alejandro Estrada with one of his young sons. They were also at the Avendano Memorial, playing in the finals today. We called him the secret sauce.
Yep.
He's been playing very well.
Yeah, very much looking forward to this afternoon. This gives us another opportunity just to remind you, of course, this afternoon, Dale, you mentioned it earlier, Casablanca will be taking on Richard Mille in the first of our WPL finals, the All-Star Challenge final. Is the first tournament that we always kick off. Now, of course, also a bit of an anniversary, Dale. 5th year this year of the WPL. It's amazing how quick the time has gone by. It only felt like only last week that we started. And here we are 5 years on. And, of course, the Founders' Cup has already started. We had our first game yesterday, and a lot of those games, of course, will be coming on your screens throughout the week, so make sure you tune in here on CTV Sports for the second WPL, the World Polo League, the highest level of polo played anywhere outside of Argentina on earth, and right here at the home of champions, Grand Champions Polo Club, as we now go to the last 3:22 of play in Chukka number 4, and that young man, Juan Bellini, of course, wanting to get his team the equalizer. And as you said, Dale, plenty of time to not only get the said equalizer, but possibly even get the winning goal. But Santa Rita will do everything in their power to, of course, stop that from happening. And this young man here on the move with the number 1, Artemio Figueres. Always a pleasure watching this young man play, and he's found himself a little gap now on the near side. Can he finish what he started? What a cracking run. You would call that a coast-to-coast.
Coast like butter and toast. And he finishes it perfectly. That is not an easy finish. Trust me, everybody. You can go and practice this all day long on the stick and ball field. Watch Artemio. He stays. He knows he's got to go near side. Watch him flip his mallet around with the front of the hand. And a little touch.
Elegant.
Oh, wow.
He's
on his way.
He's on his way. Back to that 2-goal cushion, Dale. The clock now, of course, has no mercy. It's running down. It is 5-3 for Santa Rita. And like I just said, you know, Santa Rita will do everything they can in their power to avoid the Polo School from, well, earlier on should have been the equaliser when Bellini took that penalty here. And once again, this time with the number 3, Antonio Aguirre. Aguirre, watch that ball. Watch that ball on the line. Oh, my goodness. And Bellini able to clear it as Spinacci came down. My goodness. What an unlucky shot there.
Yeah, a nice stroke by man, Antonio. He just slapped at it, and I thought it was going to go wide, but it came off the post on an angle, so Bellini did have the right-of-way there.
And, of course, the whole ball needs to cross the line.
Yeah, the whole ball needs to cross, so it did hit the line and bounce back, but Bellini did have the right-of-way there, so good non-call by the Mount official, but exceptional shot by Antonio Aguirre, and now you're going to get the help right here from Artemio, and he's just going to pick up the loose ball play. You're getting a lot done on the chestnut with the bald face.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Watch him go down again. This time he's coming in from the left-hand side, very composed, the gentlest of under-the-neck shots.
Watch how he sets this up. Yeah, I don't mean watch how he goes. He puts his ball underneath the front of his horse's legs. See that? So
yeah.
when he leans that, I mean to interrupt you there. I just want to make sure.
No.
But when we teach this in the polo school, to finish that shot, you need to ride over the top of the ball. Artemio does it at the highest level right there.
And now let's watch the number 2, Spinacci. Well, it looks like they've opened, yeah, the floodgates here. Look at that in a matter of, what is it, a minute and a half, 3 goals, 2 coming in from Artemio. And now to seal the deal here with another cracking goal by Fran Spinacci. Absolutely phenomenal polo here. And again, the coolness, the calmness, like a 10-goaler.
Yeah, the future of polo looking in right here. Look at this. 1, boom, out of the air, no problem. Keep it up in the air, easier to hit. Don't hit it with your hand, though, Fran. Watch out. That's where he wants to watch out. You got to be careful there, because if he hits it with his hand there, no goal. But that's going to go ahead and end it. But what a finish here by these young polo stars for the Santa Rita polo team. They are fabulous players, and they can turn it on and turn it off. As we're going to go ahead and check out our stats, our final stats here. 7-3. They scored 3 right at the end there, Yan. 14 shots, though.
Wow.
We knew that. They shot a goal a lot, the Santa Rita team, and that's a big stat today against the Polo School. On the knock-ins, well, it shows a few more knock-ins for the Polo School because of the 14 shots, but they could have well, a little bit of a higher percentage shooting. They'll take that into the next game. Throw-ins back and forth, 4 for Santa Rita, 5 for the Polo School. Fouls committed, and this is where Santa Rita, they need to clean this up a little bit.
Yep.
Because if they get in a tighter game, this game, remember, Bellini missed the 2 to get for the equalizer.
Yeah.
So that was tough. You go across the board, basically there were 40s on the shot, so great time. Thank you guys there for our final match stats. And, Yan, well, if you don't have a smile on your face going into the finals today after watching these young guys.
Exactly.
Yeah, there are such amazing players. We talk about these young players. But I want to thank also seeing Haley Schauffeld back on the field, one of our Polo School members coming out and representing the WCT, the ladies. Congratulations to her playing in for Meredith today. And, they just went back and forth, and the boys, the young bloods came alive at the end.
They did indeed. They saved the best till the end. And as you said, Dale, the stage has been set. What a cracking way to start this Polo Sunday, the doubleheader from Grand Champions Polo Club. And we can't tell you enough. Make sure you join us this afternoon at 4 o'clock.
For Yan Eric Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone at CTV Sports, where I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember, here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.